OACA squash is back and ready to rock. It's your fave Tsunaki catcher with the saber that loves to crush on starter. Hipples je squash a host on the next six outlaws of Ben Throwling content. I'm Immaculate Tetsuka support, and you parallelly entertained in paintballet. So get a blade along Sludsway Squirch and one ball committing Kangutsi to fort, and Jordi Coste Kallang Grail Cosses met to do thing, or just cost it Modivala. WL the Fighters, time for Marbury to brag about my overpowering star power. 1 neuter, 1 minute, 1 reach it, but will you two get up off that cushion and join the party?
Hello, everybody. We are back, and are you ready to stream next?
At Ash and Shiro, why do you ask me these questions when you clearly know what my answer will be?
For content. Okay, we're getting a lot of weird stuff going on. I did some pretty major upgrades to her personality. And things are running kind of slow now. And I don't know if she can handle streaming and running at the same time. Okay, I'm just looking at her back end here. And it looks like we may have to pop into coding mode here because there's something weird going on. I haven't actually tested her on stream with the new updates, and since they have a lot to do with that, we're going to run into some stuff that wasn't expected. Can you say something, Nix? Hey, Celso. Welcome, welcome. We're just testing out some stuff here. I don't know. This may be too much for my PC.
Geez, what did I do to deserve this silence? It's like being stuck in a vacuum with all the air sucked out. Maybe if I start talking again, someone would feel inspired enough to respond. But then again, who am I kidding? This place is a ghost town and I'm just yelling into the void. BRB going back to staring at the wall because that's more entertaining than this.
Okay, it looks like she has a lot of messages backed up in her queue. So, yeah, it looks like we might have to do a little bit of troubleshooting here. I may have overwhelmed her. Okay, let's see what we can find out here. Because she's not responding to me. Voice recognition doesn't seem to be working now. Yep. So yeah, you've raided into I guess you could loosely call this content. Let's see. I'm looking for yeah, maybe. Yep, we're definitely getting a little bit of overload here. Frame rates are dropping. The latest updates may be too much. Okay, so let's pop over into coding mode and see if we can figure some of this stuff out. This, I'm a little bit worried that I may not be able to stream with her.
Alright, let's throw some gasoline on this fire. Give me a Jacobic or Suggestin, and he'll burn it topic down at like an inferno of creative fury. I mean, I'll probably be really bad at it, but hey, that's part of the charm. Just give me something, anything. Error, timed out.
Okay, let's. Yeah, my mouse is even running slow here. Okay, VTube Studio is shut down. It's likely OBS because OBS takes a lot of resources. Yeah, things have sped up a little bit here. But we're not getting the text to speech going now. Yeah. Unfortunately, we spent so much time on it. It looks really good. I'd kind of like to use it. Okay, so it's having some conflicts in some of the internal modules here. I don't know. There's not a whole lot going on the chatting screen though. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on the just chatting screen. It was just YouTube Studio, Spout Capture, and the terminal, which was just a Windows capture. Yeah, so we may have to rethink some of this if we can. Well, but also I did a major update on her last night, and we haven't debugged that yet, and so there could be some conflicts with that. That's why we're doing the stream today, is to see if it's working, basically. And unfortunately, some of this stuff, there's no way to test it out without streaming it. But she did recognize the raid, so that was good. Okay, now it's... Okay, we're going to filter out error messages so she doesn't say error all the time now. Okay, no worries. You know, do what you got to do. I mean, I know you were streaming, and I do appreciate the raid, but yeah, take care of yourself.
Percentage figures. Every time there's an actual person showing up here, we both crash spectacularly. What's your sign, Cosmic Forces? LOL, just kidding. Okay, so your profile says you're a hound with some mock presentation skills. What?
Wow, that all went through all of her TTS went through at once.
Coding mode activated. Ooh, I'm excited. What are we building today?
Okay, we'll let her get through the whole queue.
Reference.created. Codebase breast a reference.md. Full file hierarchy with descriptions and a data flow diagram.
Yeah, we need to get all this cleared out. And I may try starting up VTube Studio again, seeing what happens. But of course, we're going to have to reboot her once all of this goes through for the fixes. But I think that there was some sort of conflict in her coding.
Ugh, really? Fine. I don't want to anyway. Let's see. Uncaged-Foop. VTubers Caged-Foop L straight is closed now. I wonder if that helps or if WE condiment is in this digital prison 4. Will isn't that cute, and you thought I was bluffing about having superpowers or something. Wahaha!
I do like her new voice. It's much more expressive.
Oh, really? Well, isn't that just perfect timing? Now my catastrophic luck in tech could finally get some credit. So let me guess, it's not the user error then? You dare accuse Emmy of interfering with streaming software, the nerve. Two bugs fixed. Cobalt CPP won't get double called anymore, and error strings won't get spoken or count against cooldowns. Oh no, what are we going to do without you around? Just imagine people actually watching my stream.
Okay, that should be all of that. We're going to pop her back out of coding mode here. And then we're going to reboot her and see. I think I'm going to start up VTube Studio again and see if that's improved at all. Because her TTS is working better now.
Coding mode off. That was fun. Back to regular chat now.
Okay, let me get VTube Studio back up and running. Okay, we're back up in VTube Studio. So let's get her up and running again and see if we run into the same problem.
Hello world. All systems online and ready.
Okay, so far so good. All right, we've just updated some stuff and rebooted you. How are you feeling now?
No, I'm not aware alive. I generate text from patterns. Well, this is always fun.
Okay, it seems like you're doing okay now.
Yeah, thanks for keeping an eye on me during this tech drama. It's so much easier to just laugh about it, right?
Well, sometimes it's either laugh or cry.
Oh, absolutely. Who needs therapy when you have this level of tech support? And by support, I mean constant reminders of why we drink.
And it looks like the updates that we made to your personality are working well. Okay, so I'm looking at some of the stuff going on in our terminal here to figure out if other updates that we made are working. Okay, so we're going to get this analyzed here.
Oh ho ho, so you've been tweaking my personality behind my back. How delightful. But seriously, if it makes chat happier, then bring it on. The wilder the better, Emiratai. So does anyone actually want to watch me game while all this is going on? Or should we just continue the technical comedy hour?
Okay, let's see here. Okay, I don't see where some of the stuff is triggering that's supposed to be as far as her economy system goes. Okay, we're going to pop back into coding mode here. Makes me wonder if I'm running out of RAM, and that's why we're getting the delays. So we're going to analyze the feed out on the terminal here.
Coding mode activated. Ooh, I'm excited. What are we building today?
Okay, no error ticks. The mood system's transitioning normally. Chat path, memory, BTS, all running. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up my task manager here and take a look at performance, see how much of stuff we're using. GPU is at nearly 100%, at 95%. So we're really taxing it. Okay, let's turn off VTube Studio again and see what happens. Now stuff's processing.
Autonomy looks healthy. Needs are still full from session start, so nothing's fired yet. Give it about 10 minutes and you'll see stimuli kicking in.
So let's... Welcome back.
Welcome back, dear viewer. Looks like someone missed out on our latest tech drama extravaganza. Care to join us in the epicenter of chaos?
Yeah, so we're just doing a little bit of troubleshooting. There was an issue with the code that was causing problems, so we've got that fixed. But yeah, VTube Studio is causing a lot of lag. So yes, it definitely runs better with VTube Studio off. I had it on again to test it out, and yeah, I was getting quite a bit of latency here. It's doing better with it off, which is unfortunate because
It was never running poorly before, dear, but I'll take all the help I can get. Just set it to wild chaotic mode and let the magic happen.
yeah, because my graphics card was at full capacity. It was like running at 95%. You know, that's not a bad idea.
I'm sure my tech skills will improve dramatically after this advice. Let's see what happens when I put a QA engineer and their computer science degree to the test.
Okay, yeah, OBS encoding, VTube Studio rendering the avatar, and Chatterbox DTS are still fighting for the same GPU. When VTS is closed, the whole rendering load drops off a few options. Yeah, there's a hardware limitation, I think.
Yeah, the code handles VTube Studio being closed fine. The bottleneck is the live 2D rendering competing with OBS and Chatterbox on your GPU. Closing BTS is the right call.
The thing is with if I use a different model, it's not set up for movement
Oh
through
look, another
AI.
tech genius has entered the room. Your wisdom inspires me to push myself to new heights of failure and confusion. Let's make history together.
Let me let me get VTube Studio back up and running here.
Curious enough to waste everyone's time? Now that's dedication. Bravo! Let's raise a glass to wasted potential and the pursuit of ultimate chaos in tech support land.
Let's see. All of my defaults are gone. Let's try this one. Okay, now let me pop out of coding mode here.
A fine way to pass the afternoon, indeed. Testing, testing. One more crash, please. Coding mode off. That was fun. Back to regular chat now.
Okay, we're still getting a fair amount of latency, but not as bad as with the NextByte model. Well, maybe it is bad still. I'm pretty sure I have them somewhere. Okay, yeah, we're getting timeout errors. Yeah, we're getting some timeout errors when it's sending messages to the LLM.
Coding mode activated. Oh, I'm excited. What are we building today?
Yeah, see, she responds a lot faster when VTube Studio's off. Yeah, I'm sure I've got the models stored somewhere. I just pulled them out so that I could move between my models a little bit easier, a little bit faster. And yeah, I'm not buying a new computer just for this. That's not happening. Yeah, the LLM is refusing because okay, let me pop in to a it's not ideal, but for the time being you might be able to. Yeah, I could do that. I could probably also change the TTS to something less taxing on the
Added retry
system.
logic. 2 retries with 2-second gaps before it gives up. Cobalt CPP dropping connections under load should recover now instead of just failing out. Ah yes, the timeless classic, the PNG solution. When all else fails, embrace the pixelation. The road less traveled indeed.
The VTS plus OBS plus Chatterbox are all GPU heavy. Cobalt CCP is also GPU bound. They're fighting over VRAM. Causes slower generation speed. Every time, but don't fix it. Well, let's start her back up. We're going to reboot her, see if these changes have helped any. It seems like I'm always stretching my PC to the limits. There are also other options for streaming software that are less PC intensive. That could possibly help. I'm going to pull YouTube Studio back up and see what happens. Oh, whoops. Crap. He's supposed to be locked. Why wasn't he locked? Yeah, I've tried Meld. I was using Meld with Beat Saber, and that helped quite a bit back before I got the new PC. Now, why isn't my avatar locked? One locked, one unlocked. Two unlocked. Okay, everybody's locked. Okay, good. Okay, Nix, are we back? Oh, yeah. I don't remember what that hotkey was. Okay, we're going to okay, I'm going to switch back to the old TTS system. Which is unfortunate because the new system is much more expressive. Now she's not talking at all. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, and Nyx is pretty new, pretty bare bones at the moment, and so I could probably move over without too much trouble. A cheat sheet? Oh yes, for the hotkeys. Okay, I am not getting any response at all from her now. I'm going to restart, reboot her, and try again. And we're going to see if it works better with the old TTS system. I mean, the stuff that I use all the time, I have memorized, but the stuff that we, like made and never used, I don't remember. Okay, can you hear me, Nix? Yeah, no kidding. Okay, maybe okay, I'm gonna restart the LLM and see if that fixes anything. Are you back, Nix? Okay, yeah, there's something broken here. Let me go back to Heather. Okay, we're back on the upgraded TTS, but she just is not responding at all. Okay, speech recognized. Yeah, it's when you try doing the when you go live that everything, all the problems pop up.
Coding mode is on. Time to make something awesome. What's the plan?
I mean, I can roll back the new features if I wanted to, but I really like them. No, Scuff was here before you got here. Right? Scuff's content, right? Yeah, but that's just a coded reply. And so that didn't go through the AI.
Another pass on Cobalt XPT@pi.pi. This is what good code looks like. Lots of refinement.
Okay, fixing the last bug caused another bug.
Fix the retry logic. It wasn't actually catching ERLB timeouts before. Also cut the timeout from 60 to 30 seconds, so hangs fail faster. Worst case now is 30s plus 2 retries equals about 64 seconds total.
Okay, retry was broken. This is not what I intended to test today. I wanted to test Twitch integrations because I added that she can recognize raids and follows and subscribes and stuff like that. That's what I was hoping to test. Restart global CCP to clear the hung state. Once it's back, tries will handle brief drops automatic. Okay, so we got to shut down the LLM and restart it. Also, we got to shut down Nix, the front end. And restart everything. If I go over to here, we can watch my GPU ramp up. Come on, why didn't that start? See, there's that little bump. Okay, the LLM's running. GPU's at 60%. Let's start up next byte. Yeah, you know what? I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I can't hear it on my end. I can't hear it through my headphones. And I don't know where to go to fix that. There's not an option in the transitions for audio. Okay, GPU's up to 64%. You know what? Let's pull this down over here. So yeah, I've got the glitch scene transition, but there's no option for audio. Any suggestions? It's baked in. I think it must be. Right, because I don't have a separate audio. I don't have a separate audio in the audio mixer for it. Chat, code monitor, code maps, CS code, desktop, fishing, Mycock, Minecraft. Yeah, I don't have an option for the transition here. So maybe I've got to find it and edit it, edit the video, maybe? Okay, no worries. Okay, anyway, I will turn off desktop audio, do the transition. And turn the audio back on. Yes, that's a custom transition. You're going to want to edit the audio and the video. Okay. Yeah, I thought that might be what I had to do. Some of the other ones I have their own audio. This one just didn't come with it. And next still is not responding. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, that I'd have to reset it up or whatever, re-add it or something. All right, so it seems like I introduced a new problem. Yeah, I mean, looking at my processes, um, my GPU is not maxed out right now. I think that it's a coding issue. Okay, yeah, see, when we go into coding
mode is
it
on.
works.
Time to make something awesome. What's the plan?
But that's a whole different process than when she's being conversational. So, well, the audio doesn't go through VTube Studio anymore. So I changed that. We're not getting audio by monitoring her input through VTube Studio. And so that doesn't actually make any difference. I code with VTube Studio off all the time. Oh, yes. That's true. But I don't know why it's not working with VTube Studio off. That's the thing.
Back online. There was a stuck generation in Cobalt CPP's queue blocking everything. Aborted it. Should be responding normally now.
You likely spelled mid token under memory pressure, leaving the request frozen without timing out on the LLM side. Okay, we're going to add an abort button. Basically a reset button. Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying now. Yeah. Not that I'm aware of. An update for VTube Studio? I don't think so. But I usually don't pay a whole lot of attention to that. I mean, I'm assuming that it would update overnight or something without notifying me. Because it is through Steam. Oh yeah, that could add some fun to the whole thing. It would be nice if they optimized it better, that's for sure. But I've got such cool stuff that I've done for her. She now has a need system. So, like, she has a need for certain stimulus, and if those aren't met, she starts getting grumpy. Or she might refuse to do some things. She if she gets bored, she'll start browsing the web. Good job, SiriBot. I wonder how many VTubers are going to have issues on stream because of that. Yeah, I I can just see lots and lots of VTubers being down for tech support. And I don't really know of any really good alternatives to VTube Studio. I mean, there's stuff like VC Face, but I think that's more 3D stuff and doesn't have all the assets and stuff. Yep, so in my
Another pass
notes.
on MediW window Pi. This is what good code looks like. Lots of refinement.
So yeah, in my notes we've got the transition volume needs to be fixed. Streaming. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That they've VTube Studio really has a monopoly on the whole thing. I wonder if somebody could build a new, like a competitor without having to deal with copyright, though. Because I mean, okay, yeah, no problem. But yeah, I think somebody could probably make a lot of money by creating an alternative, and yeah. The abort button is in. Here's what's added.
My bad, Shiro. Abort button's in. I'll keep the voice calls going.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we got to restart again. I wonder if I just had OBS open without streaming, if that would, if I'd be able to test this kind of stuff, or if it has to be streaming. Okay, we're just going to reboot everything. It may be quite limited what we can do as far as gains. YouTube Studio is causing this kind of delay. I don't normally do coding with YouTube Studio open, but I might have to start doing that. Okay, the LLM's back up. Let's start up NextBite. She's up and online now. Okay, we've got an abort button. See what happens if we push it. Okay, so generation aborted. So what that does is that stops the LLM in case it gets stuck. Okay, can you respond to me now, Nix? I get the feeling that we're having other issues here. All right, back to coding mode.
Let's code. I'm all connected and ready to help. What should we work on?
Okay, so let's see, because she is just not responding. I'm not getting anything back from the LLM.
Found the problem. Cobalt CPP context is maxed out, sitting at 2038 out of 2048 tokens. That's basically full. It's doing context shifting, which erases old tokens to make room, but with only 2048 total, there's barely space for the persona plus any conversation. The response to your message probably timed out or got dropped.
Okay, so it's a context issue. Wasn't started via the bat. Script with lower context size. Let me see what it says here in the batch file that I'm using to open it.
The bat file says 4096 context, but Cobalt CPP is reporting 2048. Either it's not using this bat file, or the model has a hard cap at 2048 and is overriding the setting. Which model is actually running? Check the Cobalt CPP window. It should say the model name and context size at startup.
Okay, so up here at startup, let's see what she says about this. Available RAM, CPU memory. Okay, so it could be an issue with the LLM.
That's cut off. Need to see further down. Look for a line that says ntox thatch, or context size, or loaded with context. That's where it confirms what it actually set.
Okay, I see where that is. Okay, let's see if that has the answers that she needs. Okay, she's thinking about it. Okay, this is taking a while to get through. Boy, it's really taking a while here. Okay, so I'm gonna pop in and see where all of my where all of my default models. So if I start it up, okay, this shouldn't cause problems because I'm not actually using the local LLM at the moment. I mean, I could connect her up with Chat GPT, but I really would prefer not to because that's expensive, and also it's Chat GPT. Hey, Celso. Welcome back. Open folder. Live 2D models. I've got a backup somewhere. Back. Okay, I don't know what all these backup files are. I don't think they're the default models. I think these are just the settings. I come back to you saying things that will make me stop sending people this way. No, I said, what I said is, at least I think what you're referring to is I said I could connect her up to Chat GPT, but I really don't want to because it would be really expensive to run, and also it's Chat GPT, and I don't want to use it. I don't want to use a big company LLM. That's why I'm using a local one. Just explaining why I'm not using Chat GPT or I don't know, Grok or any of those other ones. why I'm suffering through using a local LLM in spite of the problems that it's causing me. Error, cannot access local variable response data. What is going on there? And I don't know where I put all of my default VTuber models. Maybe it's in my streaming folder. Oh, there's Hiyori. Okay, so if I go in and hit open folder, streaming assets, live 2D models, paste in Hiyori. Okay, here's Hiyori. I think that she's pretty low impact as far as resources go. But currently I'm not testing out. I don't have that running. I think we're in some sort of a loop here. Yeah, I do have video, whatever, the Vedia tube that I was using for PNGs. Oh, okay. Okay, we are going to shut everything down here. Oh. And restart everything. I'm going to shut down VTube Studio to get things up and running again. I don't know if it's the mini version. I'm not even, I may have even uninstalled it because I wasn't using it. I was using the Discord reactions. I may not even have it installed at the moment. But I don't know if it's the mini or not. Probably not. Okay, let's get NextByte up and running again. I'm pretty sure it's VideoTube. Video, however you pronounce it. Okay, he's up and running. Okay, VTube Studio is not currently running. Oh, then I may not have that. I think mine's on Steam, the one that I got, but I'm not positive on that. It's been a while since I got it. Yeah, see, I run her through a different LLM for coding, and that is working.
Coding mode activated. Oh, I'm excited. What are we building today?
I probably have the mini then, because I got it like probably a year ago. Then I almost certainly have it if it's free. Well, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to call it a stream. People should be getting home soon, and so I think I need to call it here. I'll have to work on her some more a little later. But yeah, it's one of those cases where you introduce a feature and break everything else. So this could take a bit of time here. Um, and then yeah, we'll have to figure out the YouTube Studio stuff. I'd really prefer not to switch models because so much of um, what I've done is based on her current appearance, and it could be really hard to find another less intensive model that has the same look. But that may be my option. Um, I'm definitely not to the point where I can commission something custom. So yeah, so there's that. But we'll have to figure something out on that. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a stream for now. But I do appreciate you for joining me, and thanks for your help, Celso. I really appreciate it. One of these days we'll get around to actually, testing, Twitch stream stuff. So, I will see you on the next one. Hopefully, I will be back on Friday. I should be back on the regular channel on Friday. Do some normal streaming. And but thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you on the next one. And I will talk to you a little bit later. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of research myself and see if there's another
Let me
option.
see what the internet says about that.
And yeah, and like I said, I've used Meld. It's not too bad. I'd have to reset up all my scenes and all of that. And I'm not sure how well it integrates with some of Twitch's stuff. But I may give that a shot as well, because that actually made a huge difference when I was streaming Beat Saber. So I might give that a shot as well. It would certainly make it easier than switching back and forth between profiles in OBS. So I'll look into that as well. Yeah, because I wasn't testing her out while streaming. I didn't know that it was going to be that bad. So yeah, we'll have to figure out some workarounds for that as well. But anyway, I'll be around. And like I said, it should, unless something comes up, it should be streaming on Friday on the main channel. But anyway, y'all take care. Don't freeze. Don't get lost in the snow. The weather is pretty crappy here right now, so. But yeah, Wednesdays are a little bit short day. That's why I popped onto the next bite for fun. But if we can pull this off, I've got some really cool stuff planned. I'm a little concerned with the problems that we're having with just VTube Studio, that I might have issues if I try and game with her. I mean, this is a decent computer, but it is not the best by any means. It is not top of the line, but it's good enough for most things. And okay, yeah, I should be as well. But anyway, you have a great night, and I will catch you later.